Yo, man, what is going on with the Raider Nation? What is going on with all the NFL fans out there today, man? Welcome back to another video, guys. If we can, let's get this video to at least 15 likes. But as you guys know, man, you guys can see by the title, you guys can see by the thumbnail what we're going to be talking about today. And today we do have some stuff to talk about. I mean, guys, we got a lot of stuff going on around the Raider Nation, right? We got a lot of speculations going around, such as who we're going to be taking as the #1 overall pick in the next upcoming draft. Not only that, but who will be coaching this Las Vegas team, right? This is a big situation here, just knowing that the Raiders have been doing pretty damn bad with keeping a steady head coach, right? With being stable, having stability, having the same quarterback, having the same coaches stick around and really build around each other, right? That's something that the Raiders have been struggling for quite a long time. I mean, it's pretty obvious, guys. We've seen the number of quarterbacks we've ran through, right? We've seen the amount of head coaches that we have had within the last 6 to 7 years has honestly been crazy. And this is why this team continues to be bad, guys. But honestly, with seeing Mendoza go in there and play against Miami the way he did play, I know a lot of people, when you look at the stat sheet and you look at really how he played, it didn't really look too flashy, and that's not what we really need. We don't need the flashiest player in the draft, right? We need someone who's capable, someone who's steady, and someone who goes in there and does this shit week in, week out, and really goes in there and wins, right? I mean, you got a guy in Fernando Mendoza. Obviously, he's not the shiniest tool in the shed, right? He's not the flashiest quarterback we've seen, but the guy knows in there and he knows how to win, right? He goes in there week in, week out, puts the team up, man, uplifts everyone around him, and he goes in there and he wins. And that's pretty much all the Raiders need here, man, right? I mean, he's one of the guys that's a true leader that can really go in there and I think make guys around him better. I think that's the capabilities that Fernando Mendoza has, and I think that's really what the Raider Nation needs, man. Not only that, but guys, we do need a team-building head coach, right? We need a head coach that can really come in here and bring some culture, right? Come in here and really build a name for us and bring identity. And that's what the Raiders have been lacking as well, guys, is identity. And for that reason specifically, I really do think we should go out there and target Sean McDermott, man, ex-Bills head coach, right? I mean, we've seen how he stood in the playoffs. And honestly, guys, if I can be 100% truthful, this last playoff game that team, the Bills team, did play, I would have to blame that loss on Josh Allen, man. You know what I mean? I don't think that was really a McDermott thing. And I think McDermott was honestly the scapegoat for the Bills to go in there and fire him. You know what I mean? They're one of the teams, just like Mike Tomlin, right? He goes in there and he wins every year, but they're never able to get over the hump. They're never able to get over the big obstacle, which is making it to the championship, making it to the Super Bowl, right? But if we can get a guy like that in here, man, to start building chemistry, start building culture, right? But how are we going to do that? We cannot bring any leftover sloppy second quarterbacks. Sure, we can have some veterans on there that been from other teams, and they could be on there as a leadership role, a second string role, to really go in there and guide the youngin, right? But I feel like when you go in there and draft a guy like Fernando Mendoza in the first round, you're not really going to need too much of that, just knowing this dude is a true leader, right? I mean, we see how he talks. We see how he plays the game. And Fernando Mendoza going up and playing Miami, facing the amount of just the great defense that Miami has, right? All the ball players they have on that team, that's what the NFL is going to feel like for Fernando Mendoza. And if Fernando Mendoza can go in there and do what he did, right, which is go in there and win these games when people are really counting on you, when your team really needs you. For instance, that 4th and 5 run, when he was down there in the goal line, right? They really needed that play to go in there and really secure that win. Fernando Mendoza took it upon himself to go in there and run that in. And really not a lot of quarterbacks would do things like that, right? I mean, we've seen Bryce Young in this playoffs. Bryce Young had plenty of times to go in there and run the ball to get first downs when they, I forget the last game they played. But Bryce Young had a crazy amount of times to go in there and use his feet to make big plays, and he failed. Not saying Bryce Young's a bad quarterback, but not every quarterback has that instinct to go in there and put the game on their shoulders. Fernando Mendoza is one of those guys, man, and it's crazy to see how people are passing on this kid, right? I mean, this guy, he goes in there and proves himself. You know what I mean? And that's really what we need. And really, we need a head coach. Like I said, guys, I think Sean McDermott would be a really good fit here just to bring a culture. We got to bring something here, guys. The Raiders have been lacking a culture. We have been lacking a name. We have been lacking an identity, and we have been the laughing stock of the NFL for a really long time, man. But Fernando Mendoza, man, the way he played against Miami, like I said, we're going to see a lot of these guys from Miami end up in the NFL, right? And I feel like that's pretty much the pressure you're going to get in the NFL. Is pretty much what Miami brought to Indiana and Fernando Mendoza in that championship game. I mean, we've seen Fernando Mendoza take plenty of beatings in that game. I mean, he got hit one good time, honestly, and came up with a bloody lip, and he still kept going, right? You know what I mean? And yes, of course, you're going to take hits in the NFL, and a lot of people are going to get injured. But for a guy to go in there and keep his composure, still dot shit up, man, and still go in there and do his thing, it just shows how good of a quarterback and how great of a mindset he really has. And we see the way he talks, right? We see the way he uplifts people. And I think he'll be a really good fit for us, guys. But the Raiders really need to go in here, and we need to grab our head coach. We got to go in there and really figure out who's going to be leading this team. And it's really exciting, right, to see what's really going to happen. We need an offensive coordinator. We need a new defensive. I mean, Patrick Graham. We'll see what happens with him. But mainly the head coach position. You know what I mean? So it's really exciting to see the new look that the Raiders will have. And it's good to see that there's some change going on, right? Tom Brady's in there mingling with people trying to get shit going on with us. And we'll really see, right? A lot of head coaches have slipped. Harbaugh's gone. You know what I mean? We're seeing these guys. Saleh obviously went to the Titans. So there's guys that are slipping left and right. Mike McDaniel, offensive coordinator on the San Diego Chargers. So we got to go in there and pull the trigger, get our guy, and really secure this shit the right way, guys. Let me know how you guys feel about how everything is tuning up. Let me know your guys' head coach positions. And honestly, let me know how you guys feel about Fernando Mendoza. And if you guys think he'll be a good fit for this team, I know he won't be able to go in there and make us win the next year. I don't think any player will be able to do that for us, knowing how many holes we do have. But if you guys do think Fernando Mendoza is a great investment for the future, I'm always curious to see what the Raider Nation has to think and what all the other NFL fans have to think as well. Let me know, man. Drop a comment in the comment section below. I'm always curious to see what you guys think. Don't forget, man, we do got a giveaway out at 500 subs. So if you guys aren't subbed up and you guys are new viewers, make sure you guys hit that sub button to be entered in to a 2-hat giveaway. All you got to do is be an active sub, man. Pretty damn easy. On the way out, don't forget to hit that like button, guys. I catch you guys on the next video. Go Raiders.